Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Turkish Britain. There we go. That might work. This episode, we might actually reach a milestone. The milestone where we lose because we run out of turns on our victory conditions. But it's not really a loss, because I don't care for arbitrary turns. I'm going to keep going until I have 45 regions to Topia and Jerusalem. We're actually doing very well. We have 11 regions. If that's not the highest we've ever had, it's close. It's not as close as I thought it was. Huh. We have come down a long way. We have come down a very long way. Although we now have more people than we ever have. Our overall ranking is better than it ever has been. And we've almost returned to our former glory militarily. Meanwhile, Milan just like, zoom! Milan will get their reckoning soon enough. Because the Timurids and the Mongols are going to pay them a visit sooner or later. Although, as I look at this, I notice that the Mongols have sort of leveled off. It's possible that they might fade away slowly. They might collapse, or they might get into a fight with the Timurids, is also a possibility. If they get into a fight with the Timurids, it's just game over for them, honestly. I mean, the only faction that might be able to stand up to the Timurids at this point is Milan, and that's because Milan is massive. On top of that, Milan gets some great trade buildings, which helps their income, which lets them field more armies. Milan might actually run away with this game. And I'm okay with that. I would honestly rather fight Milan than the Mongols or the Timurids any day. So ours was repaired. We're building cannon towers there now. That's good. We should ship our Ottoman infantry back to Oslo to retrain. But A, we're not going to be able to actually do that for 3 turns, retrain that is. And B, the Danish have a massive fleet. Speaking of massive fleets, it's time to begin our journey this way, westward. It's going to take a long time, but it'll be worth it in the end. So we have some rebels here. Unfortunately, we don't have that great of an army in Inverness. We'll go ahead and recruit something like that. That should be able to handle most of the issues in this northern area. I do have to keep an eye out for rebels. I have a tendency to not do that, despite the fact that it cuts into my bottom line. It's just sort of a failing on my part. That's a lot of bombards. In fact, do I have can I recruit a spy here? I want to see how many bombards they have decided to send into that army. If it's all bombards, I might as well go out and attack it. Go ahead and build a racing track here. That's fine. Okay, they're attacking again.
It is an honor to defend
But it's going to be the same story as before. I'm going to do the exact same thing. It worked out amazingly well before. I don't think the English are going to be able to break Aris. Not without a much, much bigger army. Theologians Guild headquarters in Edinburgh. You know what? Nah. In fact, I'm probably going to go demolish my Theologians Guild in the British Isles because I don't think I'm going to need them. If I was smart, I would send some along to the New World. But I'm not. So let's just kick them over and hope we get something better. And in the meantime, we'll continue upgrading Alchemy School. Huh. We'll continue upgrading everything. Pleasure Palace. Docklands, trade buildings, etc. The trip to the New World, it's gonna be a long one. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns, 6 turns, 7 turns, 8 turns just to get into this blackness. Probably multiple other turns in there. It is what it is. I can't really do anything about that. So it's in the ball is in the English court right now. Basically. They're going to have to fight the Timurids eventually. The Timurids pretty much just want to kill everyone. I don't really want the Timurids to get that castle to the south of Aris, but I can't really do anything to stop them at the moment either. Aha, Merchants Guild. That's better. Plague and Inverness. That's fine.
Na'am, my Sultan. Na'am, Sultan.
Ooh, the English aren't
Orders, mighty Sultan.
very happy that I am going on an adventure,
It's an enemy
but
ship.
they're not going to be able to do anything about it once I get out into open water. Okay, still sieging Aris. That's fine. All of these priests that were here are slowly turning into heretics. That's also fine, as long as I can spot it and pick them off. Okay, I still need to build a bazaar. Looks like I'm going to have to just build up one building at a time. And the Denmark is still dropping armies here. It's kind of annoying.
This will be an honorable battle.
Denmark, please. Please, Denmark, take a break. Go conquer Russia or something.
Allah has granted us victory.
+2 loyalty, +2 chivalry, +2 piety. Fair enough. Oh wait, no, that was this guy. Okay. End the turn. Walter Sandy. Hello there, Walter Sandy. How are you? You're not that great. Your army is also not that great, actually. I'm not even going to bother fighting this battle. It's not worth it. It's not. That's not an army that can beat me. Although I did take a lot of losses. And now they're attacking me again.
I will defend against this siege with my life.
Okay. I didn't realize that they had a backup army. Oh no! We lost! Whatever are we going to do? Medieval era has come to an end, and despite the considerable achievements of your people over the centuries, they have failed to conquer the known world.
Wild and proud Turks have been conquered. Their battle cries are no more. Misrule and weakness have earned them naught but the merciless blades of their enemies.
Stop lying. I didn't get conquered. It's lies. And slander. And more archery ranges. And more New World?
Mighty Sultan.
I like the New World.
Inshallah, our wind shall be fair.
And more interns. So I am going to have to fight the next battle against the English. Man, I wouldn't have lost nearly as many people if I had fought that battle. But I had a 3-to-1 advantage. I mean, come on. It wasn't even close. The last battle was at least even. Someday Portugal will get tired of talking to Stockholm.
Nuh-uh, my Sultan.
Have you come to offer surrender?
Ceasefire?
I am not sure.
Something for my
Bribe?
people now? No, we do not agree. Are these to be further demands?
Map information?
We shall speak no further.
You do not attempt to understand us.
Hello. The Holy Roman Empire has been destroyed. Interesting. I wonder who destroyed them. Probably the English. If I had to guess. I think this was their last province. Yep, it was the English. Fair enough. Who took this province, though? Milan. Okay. Speaking of okay... this is an okay game.
It will be an honor defeating you.
I'm tempted to just march out and attack them. So I can get a turn to recover, because it looks like they're organizing another army to come attack me.
Matters on the field of battle. It will be an
Maybe.
honor defeating you. I respect you, my enemy.
I don't know. They can't actually reach me next turn. So that's good. Let's keep building trade. I like trade. And let's kill these guys.
Noble one,
They need to die.
Sultan. Yes, Sultan.
They have been a parasite on my trade for far too long.
A most honorable victory.
Na'am, great
And
Sultan.
let's continue our adventure westward and end the turn. I find it so amusing that the Bastion hasn't been attacked at all in a very long time. And we'll fight this
We shall all find the
battle.
way to an honorable victory.
Heavens forbid I auto-calculate this battle. We would probably lose all of our people, despite it being an even fight. The heck was that sound? Huh, I accidentally bumped my mute button and it crackled. Sorry about that.
Students, await my orders.
Okay, well, we're going to do the same tactic that we did last time because it worked so well. We have a little bit more infantry this time, but we have less Ottoman infantry. We have about that much. And we don't have as many gunmen because most of them died in the auto-calc. And for whatever reason, these guys are still terrified of that spot. Despite the fact that I know they can squeeze in there. And we'll go ahead and Janissary this up. Just like that. We'll even put this sort of little spear bump in the middle. Okay, you go over here. Figure it out. And my horse archers will go over here. I don't think they have any kind of archers. They don't have any of those longbowmen that caused me so much pain last time. So it's just going to be me with my horse archers beating up on them. That's good. Start battle. Yep. No, get out there. Didn't mean to click in there. This is going to be a bit weird. My gunmen have a smaller path of fire. Yeah, let's pull these guys back a bit. I don't want them getting shot. It's not completely shot. Shouldn't there be a hole in the wall or something? I didn't get a chance to repair my castle from last time. Well, apparently not. Okay, let's increase the speed and just sort of chill. Oh. Turn off skirmish mode. There we go. Oh no, they're going to blow a hole in the wall. Whatever am I going to do? I'll be honest, I know this is the way it happened historically, but some of my least favorite siege battles is after cannons become prominent on the battlefield.
Enemy have breached the
It
walls.
doesn't feel like a
Send all the
siege.
cursed
I know
devils
I never
back.
really played sieges traditionally. I tended to brute force them in some way, but at the same time, I did enjoy a good siege battle. But as they did historically, cannons kind of invalidate sieges. I mean, they're still useful, especially for factions like the Timurids and the Mongols, where fighting in a castle or city could literally mean life or death.
Victory
And
is
once you
well
get
within
cannon
our
towers,
grasp.
the point is sort of
Time
moot,
our foe will
because the
surely see
cannon
this, and
towers
goes
sort
hard.
of counter regular cannons, but they're still going to get in a few shots. I mean, that's not going to be not a thing. Also losing a lot of Sisyphus, probably from you. Yep, that was it. Because those ballistas are great
Enemy have the
anti-infantry.
walls.
Catapults are
Drive
too.
them back.
And I suppose that is the one drawback of cannons, is that they aren't great. They aren't great anti-infantry units. They are only useful for sieges, more or less. There are some that are good for not sieges, but they're sort of few and far between. Okay, the billmen are coming in. The general is... I'm not sure what the general is doing. He might be going after my general. Or he might be going after the Sisyphus. Okay, I'll take you up on that challenge. This'll be good. Well, I'm glad skirmish mode works perfectly, everybody. Skirmish mode is just the best. Who doesn't like skirmish mode? I love skirmish mode. It's my favorite. I have it on all the time. Okay, are these guys going to rout as well? I hope so. Yes. Good. And you're still chasing? Okay. I mean, Sisyphus are a dime a dozen. If he wants to burn through all of his heavy cav doing something so stupid, that's his choice. I mean, they're not a dime a dozen. They're the most expensive horse archer unit I have. But compared to a general, and compared to the heavy cavalry, yeah, they're losing more valuable units than I am. Are these English knights going to collapse as well? That would be nice. Guns? Pew pew. Aha! Guns. Have you given up yet? No, you haven't. The only thing that could go wrong for me is if I run out of arrows. At this point, that's pretty unlikely. It is dividing my attention, though. Here comes the main bulk of the English forces. It's probably not a problem. Not at this point. Ooh. Watch where you're firing, cannons. Here come Billmen. Okay. They should be fine. Keep firing. Don't stop firing just because they're in melee. That's how they get you.
Four fights with horns made of clay. We are winning the battle.
There we go. Save round. Excellent. Is their general dead yet? No, he's still standing out there like a moron. Just kill him. Please. He's the only guy left. Literally.
The enemy
There we
general
go.
flees like
That's
an old
better.
woman. Attack and break the will of his men.
And now just block off any escape. I forgot about my general. Oh well, it's fine.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They've lost half their men.
Well, might as well just chase them out of the city. These peasants aren't going to do anything.
We're under attack!
Our four fights with horns made of
Oh,
clay.
this'll be good.
We are
Yeah,
winning the
do
battle.
that.
Our enemy
Yeah, that
flees
went well
before
for
us like
them.
a herd. Victory is ours. A victory both righteous.
Ah, I should have fought that battle. I'm mad about it now. Stupid auto-calculate screwing up my plans.
We have prevailed!
And Denmark dropped off more troops. Great. Perfect. And my council wants me to blockade a city that I don't really care about. Yeah, I'm not concerned about repairing, well, whatever. I can recruit 2 more units. I don't want to stop construction of my cannon towers. Halberd militia. Effective against armor. 7, 9, 7, 15. Well, they have been using a lot of armor, so let's go ahead and throw in a couple of halberd militia. They're kind of like bad janissaries, though. That's their only real issue. Well, it is what it is.
Orders,
The
mighty
English have
Sultan.
given up, aka have
Well said.
entered the ocean, and they can't follow me with those crappy ships. Let's go ahead and recruit him on there. Why not? Sipis Lancers, Nafatoons, Ottoman Infantry. Conversely, trade. Yes, trade. I love trade. Stockholm, you love trade. What a coincidence.
Yes,
I
noble
love
master.
trade too.
Nuh-uh.
And
Yes,
these guys can
Sultan. We close for
die.
battle.
Again?
Alhamdulillah!
For the millionth
Allah
time?
has granted
Yes, they can.
Alhamdulillah! We have prevailed!
Okay. Can we build anything? Cannon foundry? Eh. Ballista towers. How about an archery range? That sounds reasonable. Ottoman infantry? Yeah. Archery range would be good. Crown Prince Consois is now the Merciless. Awesome. +4 dread. End of turn report. We're still doing alright. End of turn. Yeah, despite me mentioning that I've discovered how I want to use the Nafatoon, I haven't really used the Nafatoon, have I? Huh. Oh good. Denmark's back. Milan is the most advanced faction. That's fine. None of my construction has finished, which is good because it means I can invest in more construction.
Great Sultan.
And we are slowly
Inshallah,
crawling
our
towards the
wind shall be
Americas.
fair.
Clearly, that was my plan all along, to relocate to a location that would give me an excellent jumping off point to the Americas. That was my nefarious plot. We'll go ahead and build cannon towers, and we'll go ahead and organize those guys for retraining. And we'll queue those up just so I don't forget about them. And we'll kill this army again.
As my Sultan will.
I just don't want them to get a foothold and build up here. I don't want them to constantly bring in these small stacks of armies for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turns. And then suddenly I have a big problem on my hands. And I should think about organizing a third army. That's right. We're getting into big leagues now. A third army. Wow. And taking the fight to the English. And possibly the Danish as well. That guy's too old. The Moors have been destroyed. The Moors have been destroyed. The Moors have been destroyed by the Papal State. Interesting. How old are you? You're 49. I think you can make it to the Papal State. I want to talk to these guys.
I shall inform them of your will.
I want to get
Come
map
to the end
information.
of today's road.
Docklands done in London. Build more. Don't stop. Build more trade. Okay, everything is building something.
Order
This is
by
new
the
and
Sultan.
exciting.
Yes, Sultan.
Go ahead and disband these guys. I don't need them. And these guys are all free upkeep because they are in a city. Okay, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump over to the mainland. So I'm only going to need one ship, and it doesn't even have to be a very good ship. We'll do the Dow. Yeah. And let's go ahead, we'll recruit Ottoman infantry at the moment. We can't recruit Ottoman infantry there. Well, we'll just build up out of Nottingham for the moment. Or we can build the Sisyphus there. Yes. Do I have a general in mind? Not really. I sent my best general off to the New World. Well, other than this gentleman over here. My heir, who is very old, I might add. Stylish debater. Ooh. He's stylish. Oh, look at York. 6,100 income a turn. That's so delicious. Hey, Halil, the Honorable God Overseer, where are you? You're in Stockholm. So, not very useful for invading Normandy. Gotcha. Oslo finished their marksman raid. We'll build a dockyard. And let's see. I'd like to get these Ottoman infantry back to retrain. I also want to be able to build Sifis in my cities so I can retrain them there. But I need a boat. And I'm scared of boats because I know that the Danish have some absolutely enormous...
Testing the theory that one can head east by sailing west carried the risk of a remote, watery grave. Yet this act of courage has been rewarded with the discovery of a strange new land, perchance a whole new world. Who knows what riches await those with the courage to explore?
Sultan. Course set.
And that will be next time. But until then, happy gaming.